Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Alright, so today I'm going to do a quick review on this new book that I gotten. This is the Indian Minute Camera Photographers. This book is by Sean Foley and with Lucas Bird behind the photography and design. If you find these two names familiar, that's because they are the same two guys behind the Afghan Box Camera project. Right, so this is like an extension of that project where they talk about the box camera photographer in India. Right, so a quick look at the content page. This book focuses on 3 Indian photographers. The first one is Harap, Pushan, Mahajan. The second one is a pair of brothers, Tikam Chand Bahari and Surada Kumar Bahari. And lastly, Kinshan Chand Balani. Right, I hope I pronounced the name correctly. Right, so this book is mainly on these 3 or 4 photographers. So the introduction give you some background on the box camera, or we call it the Afghan box camera or minute camera or strip box camera, Lambe Lambe. It go by different name in different region, but this first section will give you a good introduction on how does this camera works. So this camera is a camera and darkroom all into one. So we will process the negative, and then here we reshoot the negative to give you a positive. Next we come to the chapter on the first photographer, Harap, Pushan, Mahajan, and this is a portrait of him. He's mainly based in the temple, Bala Temple Garden, right? So it shows some of his works here. He mainly based there to take photograph of the visitor. Right, and so there are also some behind the scene photos, as we can see here. In this case, they are doing some trick photography, right? So you can see another assistant holding up the backdrop. So the backdrop is not permanently on light stand or a backdrop stand. Somebody has to hold it, and the subject is like lying down on the table to do something like a Superman pose, right? And here you can see the result. They usually montage it on another photo and do a positive print of it. So this is the cut up of the, I think, a crocodile sculpture, and then he will take a portrait of this lady and then cut it up and then fit it into this cut up. So it's like a montage. So you combine these 2 pieces together to get the final output, right? So this book also talk about some of the tricks photography that he did. Here's another example. Somebody with a floating head. So again, this is something that I will try. I haven't tried all this yet. Usually my box camera portrait are quite direct. So this give me some ideas. Right, so we move on to the next pair of photographers, Mr. Tikam Chand Bahari and Surada Kumar Bahari. They are brothers. And this is a nice portrait of them. Right, the next page shows their working environment. So you see a simple wooden tripod here, and this is the backdrop. There are 2 umbrellas here which they will use to shade the subject, especially when the subject is in bright sunlight. Or when the subject are in a very sunny area, he will use an umbrella to shade them. I guess this is to maintain a more constant light throughout the whole scene, so that the photo paper that we use as the taking media will not suffer from blue highlight or deep shadows. There are also some behind the scene photos, how they start the day by doing prayers. Okay, so this is another trade secret where he used a pigeon feather and dip it into some potassium ferricyanide, which is basically a bleaching solution, or commonly known as the farmer reducer. So what he did was to paint a mustache on the negative by bleaching the part of the tone away. So when it's printed as a positive, it will look like a mustache. I believe there's a video by the author, Mr. Sean Ferry. If I can find, I'll put the link in the video description, right? Where you can see this in action. Last but not least, Mr. Kinshan Balani. This is his portrait, and I think what is unique about his minute photography works is that the use of this nicely painted backdrop. It's quite different from the other two photographers that we see earlier, right? And some group photos. Okay, I think here we have a very nice view of how he worked, and this is a backdrop. Actually, what I enjoy looking at are the behind the scenes photos, color photos of these minute photographers at work. Right, here you see a very big group photos, almost I think 30 people in this group photo. I've never taken such a big group size photo before with my box camera. I hope one day I have a chance to try that. So this book not only shows the works of the minute camera photographers of India, they also talk about their life. So there are stories and write up about their life as the minute camera photographers. So if this is something that you enjoy, this book is for you. So this is my second box camera book. The first one is this box camera now. I unboxed this book and give a short review in one of my previous videos. So if you have not watched it, please click on the link on the top right hand corner. And this is my second book. They are both by the same publisher. So in terms of the book size, this Indian minute camera photographer is bigger. They are both hardcover, smaller in size, right, but thicker compared to this new book, right? So if you like to get this book, I'll put a link in the video description. You can order the book from the publisher website directly. Hi guys, we have come to the end of this video. Please like it, share it, and finally do subscribe to my channel, and I see you at my next video. Take care. Bye.